Hey everybody. What we're going to learn about in this video is how to get your characters, your sprites, to move around on the screen. In order to understand this, you need to learn something pretty basic, but it's going to come in handy like for the rest of your life, so you should definitely learn about this. It is how to use the coordinate plane. This is called the coordinate plane, P-L-A-N-E. And on the coordinate plane, you're going to use this to read graphs, to make graphs. You're going to use it in math class. You're going to use it to code also, because this system for keeping track of spaces is used in coding as well as other places too. So we're going to start down here at the corner, right here where you see the 0. That is it's called the origin. That's the beginning of your coordinate plane. As you move over in this direction to the right or to the left, you'll see that there are numbers under each little hash mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And it goes on forever, but you can see that every step has a number as you go right or as you go left. The same thing happens as you go up or down. So you can see there's a hash mark here, there's 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 8, and in reality it goes way past that. Infinitely. So those are your coordinates. Now, this direction, left and right, is called x. So if there's an x, there must be another letter for this. Okay, this is called y. And there is one more, believe it or not, and it starts right here, but it actually comes out towards you and it goes away from you, and that's called z. So z is out and away, towards you and away. Y is up and down, and then this is x right here. So you understand one more thing that's really important. I'm going to find another graph. There's a good one. I'll click on this one so we get a better look at it. So you see, like I said, origin. There's x-axis. There's y-axis for the up and down. But you'll notice over here, we have like a mirror of the numbers. See, here was 1. We go across the middle line, and there's -1. Here's 2. You go across the middle line, -2. These are the opposites. These are the negatives. So they're opposite of the x-axis positive side. It has a x-axis negative side. And the same thing is true for the y side. As we go up and away, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other side, going down, which is the opposite direction, has opposite numbers, -1, -2, -3, and so on. So now that you understand a little bit about the coordinates, let's get to work on our cat. So here on the sprite panel, you'll see that they have an x and a y. So my cat right now is at, well, wait, I'm on the bananas. Let me switch to the cat. The cat is at -70 and -110. So the cat is backwards and down from the origin. If I wanted to move the cat right to the middle, I'll put a 0 here. I'll tab over. I'll put a 0 there and enter that. And now my cat is actually in the true center of the screen. So the cat right now is at 0, 0. If I grab the cat and drag it someplace else, you'll see these numbers change to let you know where the cat actually is in this space right here. So now that we know about the negatives and positives, let's put the cat back to 0, 0. So I'll set that to 0, set that to 0. And let's talk about moving this guy. So in order to move the cat around, I want to give the players control over movement. To do that, I'm going to let the keyboard be the source for moving them. Now, I'm thinking I want him to move left and right. I want him to move up and down. So I'm going to need 4 keys to do that. So let me grab out 4 of these blocks. So as you can see, I chose the when space key is pressed block. Now, I'm not going to stick with the space bar. I'm going to switch it to right arrow. I'm going to switch this to its opposite, left arrow. I'm going to switch this to up arrow and this one to its opposite, down arrow. So now I have some event blocks that will help me to control the movement. But I didn't attach anything to them, so of course when I press up, nothing happens, down, nothing happens, right and left. It's all empty right now. So I'm going to go up to motion, and when I get motion, you see there's move 10 steps. Now, that seems to be something that you would think would be the best choice, but actually it's not. There's a better choice. And it's down further in motion a little bit more. Here it is. Found it. Change Y by 10. So I'm going to grab one of those. And if I have a change y by 10, there probably is, there it is, a change x by 10. So I have those two. Now, I'm going to make a copy of this one. So I'll do copy paste, and I'll make a copy of this one, copy paste. Good. Now I'm going to attach these. So I'm changing y to go, you guessed it, up and down. I got up and down, so I'm going to use y. And to go right and left, I can use x. So I have them in place. Now, when I press the right arrow, my cat starts to move to the right. When I press the left arrow, my cat moves to the right. Something's wrong here. It has to do with my numbers. Now take a look. When right arrow key is pressed, change x by 10. So the cat's going to move 10 over every time I do that. See, look, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. It's working. But when I press the left arrow, he's still moving 10 over. Do you know what's wrong with this? It has to do with the number. It shouldn't be a 10. It should be the opposite of 10. Do you know what the opposite of 10 is? Negative 10. Now, the cat will move backwards, going in the negative direction. So I can make the cat move forward or backwards just by pressing a button. Now, if I can get him to do that, I can also get him to move up and down. But before I try it out, do you see the problem I have? One of these blocks is incorrect. If you're thinking the down arrow, you're right. If I press down right now, will he go down or will he go up? He's going to go up. This is messed up. So I have to fix it. What's the opposite of 10? The answer is negative 10. I put the negative sign on there, and suddenly, when I press down, the cat actually goes down. When I press up, the cat goes up. So now I've got good control. If I want him to go diagonal, I can actually do two buttons up and down at the same time. Whoops. Well, okay, I got to hit him at the same time, or at least close to the same time. So I can do some diagonal movement. Now this banana. I have a vision for a game. Avoid the bananas. So I want this banana to move around all the time and be kind of like the obstacle I'm trying to avoid. So I'm going to go back to event blocks, see here, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to say when the green flag is clicked. That's when I want the game to start. And I'd like the bananas to move around. So there's a good block for that. Now there's more than one block I could use, but I'm going to use this one. Glide 1 second to random position. Now I want you to see what happens with my bananas when I hit the flag. They're gliding, but then they stop. And that's going to be kind of a boring game because now my player's going to just have nothing to run away from. So the problem with this is the computer did exactly what I told it to do. It glided for 1 second to a random position. What I would like it to do is to keep doing that. Now, I guess I could keep putting these blocks on. Will that still work? Let's find out. Oh, he's moving. Oh, he's moving. Oh, he's moving. But then he does it 3 times and he stops. That's kind of boring too. So I'm going to use a special kind of block. I'm going to go to Control. And Control has all these really nifty blocks that give you a lot of power. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a forever block. Now, anything I put inside the forever block, whatever I put in there will be done forever. So now when I hit the flag, the bananas will move around forever and ever and ever. Ah, you got hit by the bananas, silly cat. And ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So I got to try to avoid these bananas. Oh, no. Oh, forever. So that kind of makes the game a little more interesting. Oop. Cow cat, look out, look out, look out. If you decide to use some of that code to help design your game, good, go for it. You can also do some other interesting things that we'll talk about in a different video. But at this point, you should know about a couple things. You should know about the XY direction, which is changing like crazy because my banana is still moving, or the bananas are moving. You should know about how to use the key when blank key is pressed keys. You should know about X and Y, and you should know about positive and negative numbers, all to help you code a fun little game you can play. Good luck.